Boulder, Colorado, one of the most picturesque locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team from the ACC, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. First down here for the offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to throw, it's Parker. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football, you could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay, I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
They'll put the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Buffaloes line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll take it on the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll try it over the left side. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here comes the option. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often and usually don't go far down the field. But a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. So he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. The option look. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a 1st down.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Finds his man. It's Schuster. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So just make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going up top. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Fast motion from the offense. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a third down conversion to avoid punt. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires the pass, intercepted. Got some room to run at the 20. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Give to the big fullback. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Starts from their own 25-yard line. The run from the shotgun. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Wide receiver shows motion. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Strickland. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Handoff from the gun. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score, Kentucky 7, Colorado.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Surging forward on the sneak. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Buffaloes have this offense rolling. They'll try the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where third down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
Motion from the offense. Takes it from the gun on third down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well.
It's complete. A huge pickup. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Kentucky. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He'll try. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
They'll give it to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big throw.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The Wildcats in the hurry-up. On second and goal, they go right back to it. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Offense getting set for first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires into a whirl of traffic, and it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
I'll tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Fires to the big fella.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43. They want to run this quarterback. Past the 30. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
The defense just got out-muscled at the point of attack there. And the back showed good vision, made a cut into the hole, first down.
The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Wildcats are flying down the field. With the run on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
3rd and goal from way back there. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On the option. Now the toss. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight ends, speed the ball on the perimeter. Defense was ready for a pretty good job by the defense.
It's fourth down, and this offense is going to stay on the field and keep the kicker on the sidelines. Trying play action. Fires into the end zone. Ball in the air, intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Looking to go up top on first down. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I catch?
And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense drags him down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And here comes the offense on second down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, he'll let it fly. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end, nor the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On third and short, the power run here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Buffaloes will boot it away to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Looking to move it through the air. Finds space on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Kentucky right back to the line. Got the first down, looking for more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Using his feet. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Just going to keep it after the snap. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Dropping back, it's Reinbold. He finds his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. On the option. He'll pitch it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. At the 20, he's got space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the punishment has been extended.
Kentucky, number
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Louisiana Tech was far from the friendly confines of Ruston, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Quarterback will audible. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Durham. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. They can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Scrambling away. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
Now, a 4th down.
No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes the catch, he's got enough. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Kentucky 31, Colorado 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. The back goes in motion. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Colorado.
And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Sawyer. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. The extra point is good, but the lead is still big, down 31-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Kentucky 31, Colorado 7.
Fair catch called for and made. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
First down for the offense.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
Second down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
I think you run that play on 2nd going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Here they come on third down, and the defense has had no answer so far. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Gets rid of it. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that 4th down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
Goes to the option. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the pummeling has started. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the game. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Going up top on 1st down. Caught near the sideline, it's Sawyer. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
From the gun, the ground game. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at the matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the 1st down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, I love the play call by the defense there on 4th down. They were expecting pass, and they didn't decide to just lay back and play zone coverage. They were going to dial up the pressure. They bring the blitz, and they just overwhelmed the offensive line and anyone else trying to protect that quarterback. He had no shot.
Now on the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Give them 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Sawyer. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They moved the tight end all over. Back to the air one more time. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires it down the seam. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Throws for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
2nd down coming up. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Kentucky. And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? It hasn't always been pretty all season long, yet they've continually found ways to win each and every week. But today, in a day where they had to light the scoreboard up because the opposing offense came to play, their offense got it done. And as a result, they stay undefeated.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Quarterback now breaking the field. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Getting some heat. And they get the sack right out of the gate.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. That's reeled in. It's Durham. And they'll knock him down. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.